अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। ये हमारा लास्ट लेसन था। देयर वाज अ रिक्वेस्ट फॉर फ्यू स्टूडेंट्स के इसकी आप वीडियो भेजें। आप देख लें इसको कि ये क्वेश्चन मॉक में एक्सरसाइज हुआ था, उसका पार्ट बी या सी है ये, विच इन्वॉल्व्स अ कॉन्सेप्ट जिसको हमने थोड़ा सा हाईलाइट करना है और फिर इससे रिलेटेड एग्ज़ाम का एक और क्वेश्चन भी करना है जिससे हमें पता चलेगा कि ये कॉन्सेप्ट आता रहता है एग्ज़ाम के अंदर। लेट्स सी। Now let's discuss the picture first now. There is a circuit which is in a parallel combination but a movable contact. Make sure that the contact movement decide the portion of the resistance involved. For example, if you place that contact in here, that resistance is not included in here. So only 6 ohm resistor will be marked. ठीक है। When we move this contact on the other side, then that is a parallel combination, just like that. Both resistors are intact. ठीक है। Okay. He says that we have two big option here for variation of contact. One, if we place a contact at 0. One is if we place a contact at 12. You just use them two values and find the maximum and minimum value of the current in the circuit. That was the question. So for max value of the current and for minimum value of the current, here he has given us an ammeter. Now our maximum and minimum current will be in here, not in here. In some other year he can put a ammeter in here and says that maximum current निकालो यहाँ पर। तो ये आपका क्वेश्चन था। Let's go with it. For current at 0, when this movable contact is in here, so let me draw the picture. Here is the movable contact. There is a 12-volt battery, so this is a parallel combination now. 12 volts are here, 12 volts are here. He is not concerned about the current in the battery. He is concerned current in the ammeter. So this resistor will get 12 volts. So V is equal to IR. We will have voltage 12, current 6, resistance 6, current will be 2 ampere. If we see this branch, we have 12 volt, but we have no resistance. This portion is a short circuited portion. If this portion is a short circuited portion, then maximum current will pass through that way and there will be no current in this way. So we have to go again towards this. Oh, we have done it wrong. We have done it wrong. This cannot be a value of current when we consider this branch. That current will be 0, I believe. So current will be, मैं इसको भी रब नहीं कर रहा. Current at 0 when this resistor was at 0. So current will be, इसको मैं यूं कर देता हूँ, current I will be 0 ampere because due to short circuit. दोबारा सुन ले. Current will pass through that way because there is no resistance in here. There is just a wire. यहाँ पर आके सारी current इधर से चली जाएगी. No current will come here. So current is 0, short circuit. तो फिर ये कौन सी वैल्यू आएगी? Let's see. हम अब ऐसा करते हैं कि इसको सेट करते हैं 12 वोल्ट पे. करंट at 12 ohm. That branch 12 ohm. Let me complete the circuit first. इसको भी मैं मिटा देता हूँ. 0 2. Here we go. So now this is a parallel combination. जरा देखें ये parallel combination. This is 12, this is 6. This is 12 now, this is 6. So when this is 12 and here is a 12 volt, current will be I think 1 ampere. V is equal to IR आप लगाएंगे. Here is 12, voltage is 12, current will be 1 ampere in this branch. But he asked current in the ammeter. So 12 is the voltage, 6 is the resistance, current will be 2 ampere. तो ये जो आंसर है आपका ये इधर फिट इन हो जाएगा. ये ज़रा देखें, ये मैंने पहले सॉल्व कर लिया था, ये इधर फिट इन हो जाएगा और करंट एट 12 ओहम आपका ये सारा ये प्रोसीजर चला जाएगा. सो मैक्स करंट आपके पास एमीटर में आई मैक्स इज 2 एम्पेयर. I minimum that will be 0 जो कि शॉर्ट सर्किट की वजह से थी. ठीक है, मैं सम अप करता हूँ एंड देन आई वाइंड अप दिस क्वेश्चन. He says maximum current and minimum current with reference to the ammeter. No, you have only two options. Either you put the moving contact at 0 or you put a moving contact at 12. When you put at 0, all the current will pass through that branch. It is short circuited. ठीक है. When you put your moving contact in here, this is 12 ohm, this is 6 ohm, that makes that shape. And we take a single branch, the voltage remains same in the parallel circuit, 12 volt, 6 ohm, current will be 2 ampere. So हमें एमीटर में करंट मिल गई 2 एम्पेयर. अगर वो वोल्टमीटर यहाँ पे रखता तो फिर क्वेश्चन उसी हिसाब से चेंज हो जाता. यहाँ की 1 एम्पेयर, यहाँ की 2 एम्पेयर, यहाँ पर वो 3 एम्पेयर करंट दे देता. Okay, so this question is done that we have done on Thursday. So let's move towards इसी कॉन्सेप्ट का एक और क्वेश्चन जिसमें शॉर्ट सर्किट को ही एड्रेस किया गया है. लेट्स सी वो क्या है हमारे पास. Okay student, that is the second segment of this recorded lecture. Now this is the question related to November 16 paper 2-1 and it is question number 6. Now what is the common in it related to our previous discussion? It has a short circuit concept. When there is a variable resistor, let's mark it. When there is a variable resistor and it has a zero value, when we exercise zero value, it can cause a short circuiting. You need to look at the circuit carefully. So it's a 14 volt battery, it's a R1 resistor having 6 ohm value, R2 resistor having 12 ohm value, R3 having 0 to 24 ohm value, and there is a switch S. Okay, when the switch S is closed, let's make it closed. S is closed. And set R is equal to 0. If R is equal to 0, then find current, in battery. In battery. I just recall all the situation again. Now this resistor is set as 0. This is a fixed resistor. This is a fixed resistor. You need to calculate all the current. Means ammeter is somewhere here or here or here. All right. When this resistor is 0 and this switch is closed, that branch will act as a short circuit because no resistance is offered here. इसको मैं थोड़ा सा ड्रॉ करता हूँ. Here is, मैं इसी ब्रांच को ऐसे ड्रॉ करने लगा हूँ. There is no resistor and it goes in here. सो करंट यहाँ से और दूसरा रजिस्टर आपके पास यहाँ पे लगा हुआ. नो, द करंट डोंट नीड टू गो टू this resistor. It has an easiest path. It will adopt that easiest path and go to the battery. That goes to the battery. So this is, try to understand this type of questions which involve short circuiting. And इससे पहले वाला और ये वाला दोनों में the common point was when the resistance is set to 0, that resistor provide a path as a short circuit. Now, current in the battery, how we can find out if this resistor is 0 and the current passes through this path, then that resistor will not be exercised, has no contribution. So we only will consider 6 ohm. So V is equal to IR, voltage is 14, resistance is 6. This implies current will be 14 over 6, which is 2.3 ampere. Okay, let's comes toward the second part of the question. It says that when this resistor is set to 24 ohm, this resistor has two values, 0 and 24, as a range of values, sorry. Now it is set at 24. When it set as 24, the circuit will look like 6 ohm, 12 ohm, 24 ohm, and you need to solve. This is 12, this is 24, this is 6. So you need to solve all the combination. 12 into 24 over 12 plus 24. Yeah, this is the way of doing, settling the parallel combination. Plus 6. This resistance plus combination of this resistor, that makes you total resistor. So V is equal to IR. This is all R. And this is I. So I is equal to V is 14 over 6 plus, इसको सेटल कर लेते हैं, और ultimately you will get a 1.0 ampere current. You just solve this and you will get 1.0 ampere current. Now he says that, let's move toward the next segment of our lecture that belongs to Thursday. We pointed out we will discuss some short circuiting in the circle, in the short circuiting in the circuit, and we will discuss some power uses in the circuit. So the third part of this question belongs to power. He says that when you use them two combination, one is this one is before that one, you have two different values of current. One you have 2.3 ampere, one you have 1 ampere. Will there be any change in power supplied by the battery? Yes, power supplied by the battery. तो पावर सप्लाइड कैसे हैंडल होगी? कहता है चेंज इन पावर सप्लाई बताएं. इन द फर्स्ट केस व्हेन यू कंसीडर दिस वन, P is equal to I square R. In the second case, P is equal to I square R. ये पावर 1 है, ये पावर 2 है. P2 minus P1, that will gives you a difference in power. Now I square, that means 2.3 square. R, that was the 6 ohm, it shows in here. Yeah, you get the power of this. Then you have new current I, this one, and new resistance, which is the package involves all resistance. You need to solve it, put it in here, you get the second power, P2. The difference will be the difference of power. Okay, so let's go with the last part. Okay, so we are still in the same question. There was a 9-mark question and we have done its 3-part as yet. Now it says that it says that the area of wire for the resistor R1 is A and for R2 is 1.8 A. Then number of free electrons per unit volume is N for R1 and 0.5 N for R2. There were two resistors for R1 and R2. He's not discussing R3. He says that find the ratio between drift velocity for R1 in R1 and drift velocity for R2. I just take you towards a little rough work from where we can get free electrons and number density per unit volume and the drift velocity. We have formula I is equal to, I take another sheet just to make me more comfortable here. I is equal to N A V Q. Q was the charge, or you can find this formula as NaVe. E was the charge of an electron. We have learned this formula. This is the number density. As we need to find the ratio for drift velocity, we make the drift velocity a subject. IQ over NA. Drift velocity for R. And drift velocity for R2. IQ is the same. This is 0.5 N into 1.8 A. So drift velocity for R1 and R2, that is the ratio required. So VR1 over VR2, drift velocities for R1 and R2. We put the values. IQ over NA divided by IQ over 0.5 N into 1.5 A. If you are a little sharp in maths, this will be cancelled out and they change their positions. 0.5 N upstairs, 1.8 ampere over N A. You will find a ratio 1.5 into 0.5. Where is the calculator? Okay, you will get the answer. Let me use the shortcut. You do it by yourself. तो ये आपका reply हो जाता है. ठीक है. Then we have done another question related to the power. I just draw it quickly. Try to finish my video as soon as possible. There was a question in which there were heaters were assembled in three ways. ये heater है, signage है. There was the one case. Then them two heaters were put together in series. Then we have them two resistors in series plus in parallel. This is 1, 2, and 3. He says that each heater has a power rating 230 volt and 1 kilowatt. That is the power rating. Same battery means you can say this a power supply of. When you place two heaters, how much power is delivered by the battery? When you have two heaters in series, how much power? And when there are three heaters, how much power will be delivered by the battery? That is the discussion. Power is always added. It has no formula like so resistance in series and resistance in parallel. It follows the law of conservation of energy. So we first find P is equal to, if I just have this, P is equal to V square over R. We first find the resistance. Why we find the resistance, I will explain in a second. So this R implies V square, which is 230 square, over power, which is 1 kilowatt. That gives you 52 point something, 52.9 or something. ये आपकी वैल्यू आ जाएगी 52 पॉइंट, मुझे इससे याद नहीं है, 52.3 कर लेते हैं चलो. That is ohm. You need to check this value, okay? Now why we have taken R? Because all resistors, when they are connected in parallel, their resistance need to be counted. When they are connected in parallel, their resistance will be half. When the resistance will be half, what will be the power? Look at this, how I am doing this now. Power is equal to V square over resistance is half, which makes 2 into V square over R. जबकि V square over R तो 1 kilowatts था, तो that makes 2 kilowatt. This combination. But when you take the second combination, R plus R 2R, again take P is equal to V square over 2R. Okay. Now V square over R is 1 kilowatt and half makes 0.5 kilowatt. Okay. Let's rub few things. मैं ऊपर में दोनों सर्किट ड्रॉप कर देता हूँ. Now we consider this circuit. यहाँ पर R and R, that makes half R, R by 2, and this R. So you will get a resistance R by 2 plus R. If someone stuck here, how we can get this? This R and R, when they are parallel, they makes half R. और ये series में आगे plus R, half R and plus R, that makes 1.5 R. So P is equal to V square over 1.5 R. That makes 1 kilowatt over 1.5, क्योंकि V square over R is 1 kilowatt divided by 1.5. You will get answer 0.67 kilowatt. You will get the answer. You can adopt another way of doing this by putting the values. When you have resistance value, when you have voltage value, you can find the current. You can use any another way of solving this question. It can be done. So that was the all work that we have done on Thursday. Thank you very much.